How we doing today, everybody? It is September 17th, 5:16 p.m. It is the professional trader, aka the funded trader, aka Usman Al-Falabi. Today's video is just going to be an update on how my FTMO account is doing, as well as a weekly outlook on the Forex markets. Um, I'm going to be doing analysis. I'm going to be setting up things how I see them, and I'm going to be showing what I would do if certain things that I'm looking for happen, right? So we can just go ahead and get right on to it. Okay, so anybody who knows me and watches any of my videos knows that I like to start off looking at the weekly analysis, right? So looking at last week with the DXY, we saw that it ended in a bullish uptrend, right? The way it's been doing for the last several weeks. We saw that we also got this retest back to this area before it continued to push up. So for this week, I really wouldn't be looking at anything different with the DXY just because technical analysis and fundamental analysis are lining up with the dollar being bullish. So if we go ahead and take this down to the daily chart, we see that price ended in this massive bullish uptrend followed by the retest of the breakout, right? So just going to be looking for that continuation, right? The next level that I see that the next level of resistance that I see for the dollar is right up here in 105.880, right? So until then, until price comes in, touches this area, if it does, I am bullish on the DXY, right? So we take that knowledge and then we go ahead and apply them to other pairs that we know. On USD CAD, if anybody's watching a continuation from my last video, pull this up here. Where is it? All right, so just trying to just show where I bought from. I guess I deleted it though. All right, whatever. Though. We could just redo the analysis, but I'll just show where I'm at. So I'm in a USD CAD buy still from last week. I'm just basically let's go ahead and break this down from the beginning though, right? So USD CAD. Um, I am bullish on the DXY, but USD CAD at the moment, not looking the most bullish like at the very moment doesn't mean it's not bullish overall. If we come here, we see that USD CAD has after this breakout that it made right here, it's been failing to break out right the last several times, and it's kind of been descending in these lower highs that it's been making as well, right? And then we see that price has kind of been bouncing back in this little general area right here, right? So not trending, not bearish, but not all the way bullish yet, just yet, right? And then we also see we have this level right here that it's kind of been rejecting multiple times. So we take that, we go to the daily, right? We see that it kind of had this push up, but not with the most conviction, just because after this push up, it immediately fell back down, right? And then on the daily, we see we also have this little support level where price has been bouncing off of, right? So that's what made me take the buy, just because the overall structure still does look bullish, just because no lower lows have been formed yet. I've kind of just been looking for a possible buy from this region that's been bouncing back off for the last several times. But that's what made me take the buy on USD CAD. I wish I still had the position that I when I took it, but I guess I deleted it. But I'm still in a buy. I'm just looking for bullish momentum off of this resistance level down here, right? So that's how I feel about USD CAD. Um, the reason why even though the dollar is so bullish, but USD CAD isn't pushing up so much. I was watching Trader Nick the other day and I learned some new information. US oil and the Canadian dollar are go kind of hand in hand, right? So if US oil is doing really well at the moment, that usually means that the Canadian dollar is doing really well at the moment, right? So we see that oil has been pushing up very, 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 very high, which would kind of make sense as to why, even though the DXY is bullish, USD CAD is not moving like how some of the other pairs are moving. So you would oil most definitely looks bullish. The next level, the next obvious level of resistance would be up here, 93.6. If we could get some bearishness on oil, that would most definitely make this USD CAD probably turn the other way, right? And start buying up a little bit higher. So we just have to see how that's going to work. But I am in this buy and I'm bullish overall on USD CAD. AUD USD, I was in two trades earlier on AUD USD, but I got stopped out of them on Friday. But I entered another trade after being stopped out. So last week we had price kind of just bouncing back off of this region right here, right? Fail, fail, fail. Before we saw the push up, right? Followed by price immediately coming back down. So I was in two sell positions on AUD USD. Was kind of just looking to see if price could reject this area right here and start to fall back down. But it seems like price popped up a little bit higher before it pushed back down. But we never saw the break of this level right here, right? So I was looking for the continuation to the sell side from this level here, but just because I drew the level up doesn't mean that's what was going to happen, right? But we never got the break above this level right here, which let me know that price most likely wasn't going to push back up here, which is why I took the sell. So I'm still in AUD USD on the sell, just looking for a continuation movement back to the downside. So that's how I feel about AUD USD. If I can get some, well, really, even if with pullbacks, I probably wouldn't take more trades yet, just because just look for the break and retest of this level for me to continue to take on trades, right? Just because we don't know for certain if the bearish structure is still going to hold. So that's how I feel about AUD USD. I am in the sell. Won't be taking any more sells so we can get the break and retest of this level here. Euro USD. If we go to Euro USD on the daily, we don't even really need to go to the weekly. We see Euro USD is at this obvious level of support here, right? Last time Euro USD was at this level, we had this enormous push back up, right? And then we also kind of see that Euro USD let me go ahead and delete this. Kind of see it's been bouncing off of this trend line, right? It's been selling heavy for the last several days to months to weeks, however long this is. But the overall structure is, if you're looking at it from here, you could say this is still a bullish structure. So is Euro USD gonna find support in this level here and continue to push back up? Or are we going to get the break of this level and continue to push back down? So that's all I'm waiting for Euro USD. I don't know, and I don't claim to know. So the only thing I can do is sit on my hands and wait, right? But if we got the what am I looking for? If we were to get like a break of structure on this level here and a retest, I'd probably be looking to trade this higher. But if not, and we get a break, another break and another retest or something like that, I'll be looking to continue to short it, right? So pretty simple analysis for Euro USD. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, so I'm just waiting and I'll react. GBP USD, GBP USD. Take it to the weekly. Kind of same, almost the same thing with Euro USD, right? The next obvious level of resistance is down here at the 1.23100 level, but we're still about 83 pips away, so still have some room for price to head back down there. So personally, I'm still bearish on GBP USD just because the structure has not changed. We've been getting a lot of breaks and retests, so I'm just looking for another move back down, right? So we had the break of this structure, we had a retest of this structure, and then it looks like we had the continuation, right? Potentially. So take this to the 1 hour. We had the break, we had the push back up, and we had some bearishness came in. And after this 1 hour, 2 hour closure, I entered on the third hour, right? So just see if we can get that push back down to this level here. I'll be looking to potentially exit the trade if price can't get over here, right? So, you know, really wouldn't want to see price just come back and break here. But even though it is very possible, just really wouldn't want to see it. But most definitely wouldn't want to see price, you know, break here. So that's how I feel about GBP USD. I am in a GBP USD sell. So yep. XAU USD. I am in an XAU USD sell. Uh go to the I think that was the weekly, you know. Hmm. Price has most definitely been falling for the last couple of weeks, right? We saw this obvious level of resistance. We saw this rejection. We saw price break this level, retest break this level again, and now it's pushing back up, right? So can we continue to get these breaks and retests of these levels? That's pretty much what I'm looking for. Right. So go ahead and let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. We had the last break of this structure here, and now we have price retesting this level here, right? And if you draw our div from the high to low, you see that this level right here lines up perfectly with the 50%, right? So price looks like it's been rejecting this 50% level a number of times. So I'm still, even though we had this big push up to the upside, I'm still bearish on gold. I am in a short position. As you know, I took the short somewhere around here. We had this bearishness came in come in. So right. So I entered on the sell. So just looking to see if we can get that continuous momentum back down to the downside. USD JPY. USD JPY opened up with a gap, but it looks like the gap is filling back up. Uh USD JPY broke higher. You know, we've had this rejection where it's been rejecting the last several times. We had this break above it. It wasn't like the most this is not the most convincing break of structure, but it is a break of structure. Um USD JPY. I do want to buy it, do want to continue to buy it. I just don't like the way the chart looks right now, right? So I'm not too interested in this chart at the moment. So those are all the DXY pairs I trade. On top of looking at DXY trades, I am also going to start doing an analysis on Euro AUD as well as GBP JPY. Just because those are two pairs that move really well when they are moving, and if you are able to capitalize on the pips, you can capitalize on a lot of pips with these two pairs. So I will start looking at Euro AUD and GBP JPY. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Look at Euro AUD, you know, we see the obvious. Go ahead and just delete this. We see that we had the obvious break of this level here, right? Now it seems like price is potentially retesting this level, right? So it's hard to say that Euro AUD is just in a bearish trend just yet, right? Just because, like I said, you know, we have the retest that is doing of the break. And then we have this little level right here at the moment that it's just kind of in, right? So we take that to the daily. You know, we see that price has potential to bounce right off of this area right here, right? And keep and continue right back to the upside. So I don't want to be on the sell side just yet of Euro AUD, but when we take it down to the lower time frames to things like the 4 hour, we see that we did have this break of structure here, right? So on the higher time frames, doesn't look the most bearish, but on the lower time frames, price does look bearish. So is price bearish or is price bullish on your AUD? It's kind of hard to say right now. So for me, the only way that I could trade Euro AUD would be something like this. I would have to see. So, we had the break, we had this bounce where it's been bouncing off of, and then we had the first break of it. Now, if we can get another break of this level right here, followed by the retest of this level, I'll be looking to potentially continue to short it, right? But until that happens, I would still be on the bullish side, looking for areas to buy it, but it just doesn't look too bullish at the moment, right? So I'm not going to be looking to trade your AUD at the moment, right? We'd be looking for more confirmations. So that's how I feel about your AUD. GBP JPY. GBP JPY is kind of like in the same boat because if we let's just go ahead and delete this. Obviously, we've been in this massive bullish structure, right? Bullish channel. Well, right, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 5 weeks, we've seen that we've had price like fail to just kind of go anywhere, right? Price looks like it wants to go higher, it'll reject. And it's done that 5 weeks in a row. So, you know, bullish chart, but most definitely not bullish at the moment, right? And we have this level, the level that it broke last time that it's kind of here retesting right now, right? So is price going to continue to bounce back off of this resistance level and bounce back up? Or are we going to get a, another break, another break of the structure right here, right? And if we can get a break of this structure here, another break, I will be looking to see if I can get in on a potential shorts back down, right? And that's how I feel about GBP JPY. So I'm just gonna be patient with it. Wants to see what happens. I am in some trades right now. I am in USD CAD, AUD USD, GBP USD. For this week, if we go to Forex Factory and we go ahead and take a look at some of the news, we see that we see that on Tuesday we have Canadian news, right? We have CPI for Canadian news. And this should most definitely move the dollar, the USD CAD pair in either direction, right, up or down. And we'll just have to see how that goes. We have some AUD news on Monday as well. On Wednesday, we have a lot of USD news, FOMC, have a lot of GBP news on Thursday, and we have some more USD news on Friday. So up until about Wednesday, up until about Wednesday, nothing too crazy for USD. But in general, another kind of heavy fundamental news week for all pairs, not just USD. We have Canadian news, we have GBP news, we have AUD news. So pretty gonna be another pretty fundamental week. Just have to see how the numbers look on a lot of these news, how the numbers look. And then, from there we can make decisions on how we feel on well not how we feel, on how I feel the markets are gonna move for the week. Uh if I do take any trades, as always, I will update. I'll update, make another video. And go ahead and take a look at my FTMO account. I am currently up 1.68%, right? That is my balance. With equity, I am up 1.70%, so close to 2%. On Friday, I was stopped out of some trades. You see I was stopped out of the AUD USD trades. I took a USD CAD buy from the lows just to kind of try to make up for the losses that I took, and that's why I closed them so early. So uh I've been closing trades out kind of early, and that's why my average profit and my average loss are not so great. Win rate 45.83%. Not doing too great, not doing too terrible. Looking to catch some better momentum this week. Yeah, so like I said, if anything does change, I'll most definitely make another video. I'll probably be making another video on Tuesday, regardless, just updating on how the markets are looking. As always, thank you to anybody who is watching my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Thank you guys. Thank God. Have a great rest of the day, y'all.